Camping World Truck Series Racing on Speed is sponsored by Toyota. Moving forward. One guy not moving forward as quickly as he would want it is the 4 of Ricky Carmichael. He brings out our 5th caution of the day. Let's take a look.
Got a good battle with Jared Fitzpatrick. They get together coming off 4. They make some more contact. Now Ricky's going to get down into turn number 1 on the inside, and he's going to bounce off that
look
curb.
at those back tires. He got into a wheel hop situation. The back tires got to jump, and he had to let off the brake to keep it from spinning out. But when he let off the brake, he ran in the side of the 7.
Ricky was not able to get back going without losing a lap, but we have leaders on pit road.
Adam Alexander.
And Matt Crafton has been solid. After starting 8th, he has stayed in the top 5 all day long. No talk of changes on the radio. They will get their 4 tires here, and I would anticipate they come back down for fuel. Krista?
Rick Crawford's truck has been very good in 1 and 2. The plan for him, just to pit for 4 tires, no chassis adjustments for the 14. They'll come back in for fuel. Meanwhile, up front with the 33, pit strategy call, fuel only, pack it full, no tires for Ron Hornaday.
Well, contact there for Crawford, though. Coming out of his pit stall, Chris Fontaine in the 84 looks like he got into the right front. There's Rick Rand on top of the pit box for Ron Hornaday.
Now Hornaday didn't take tires there.
Watch Crawford coming out of his pit stall. The 84 is going to come up right there.
The 84 says, I need to be making a left. Excuse me. Now this is interesting. We saw Hornaday just get some gas.
Is that going to cause a tire issue here as we take a look at the right front of Rick Crawford?
Well, he's coming back to get his fuel so they can pull on that left right front if they choose to. Probably send somebody around. Yeah, guys coming around to the front corner to pull on it while they gas it up.
Again, 5 crew members can go over the wall. This is why we are under our 5th caution of the day, riding along with Ricky Carmichael. Jason White, thegunbrokers.com, 0 or 23 up front now. The 07 on the inside, Chad McCumbee, a lap down truck.
This is Jay White's wheelhouse. He grew up on tracks like this. He has a good truck today too, Phil. Not only is he leading the race through his strategy, but that truck's been fast since the get-go.
He's going to have to be fast. He's got Kyle Busch all over his back bumper, and now Shane Sieg in that 07 doesn't want to give him any slack.
Yeah, that wasn't, he went down the corner. The thing wouldn't stick. Chad McCumbee, that 07, gets by him. Now we look at Kyle Busch there in the 10 of James Buescher, making a little contact.
Kyle says, I'm going to need to come over, James. I hope you'll work with me on this.
Remember, Kyle's already been to pit road, put fuel and tires on, back on laps 64 and 65.
It looked like Jason White just didn't quite have his tires cleaned up, Bill. He went down into turn 1. He did a great restart, but when he got to turn 1, the truck just wouldn't turn, and they went on the inside of him. Now that he's up to speed, he's hanging right with them.
Battle for the lead. Kyle Busch nosing in front of that 23.
James Buescher going to try to take over the 2nd spot. Kyle Busch gets that lead. James first time here.
I'm impressed with James Buescher. He looked like a champ down in Daytona.
Just turned 19 Thursday.
Yep. James Buescher to the inside of Jason White. That's for 2nd. Trying to take 2nd away from Jason White.
And he
Kyle
does.
Busch out in front.
Comes Stacy Compton and Ron Hornaday. They're in a side-by-side battle right there for the 4th spot. Hornaday gets it.
Wow. Got to spin down in turn 3 and 4. The 7 of J.R. Fitzpatrick goes around.
Gets it right. No caution.
No caution flag has come out.
Well, that left front tire is flat, isn't it?
Yep.
Calm down, man. Just calm down. Take your time here.
Butch Hilton, team manager, crew chief on that 7 truck.
What do you mean take my time? I can't be taking my time. I got a flat tire.
Take another look at this.
He's on the very inside of the 3 wide situation. Bounces off the curb, makes contact with TJ Bell in the 11 truck.
You know, he would have been fine if he hadn't run into that curb, but that just jumped him sideways. And now he's got a flat tire up high off turn 2.
Kyle Busch continues to lead. James Buescher now running 2nd. Ron Hornaday has taken over the 3rd spot from Jason White. Jason's 4th.
Chad McCumbee in the 07. That's a lap down truck. Pinched in between now, Kyle Busch and James Buescher.
Hornaday tries to look up on the outside of Buescher. I like the way Ron races. He races like his hair's on fire. Every lap, it's, you know what you got. A guy that's going to give you everything he has.
And I think that's what you have to have in this truck series. These races are shorter. This race is half the length of the Sprint Cup race yesterday.
He didn't get down to turn 1 and say, well, I just have to follow this guy through here. He got down to turn 1. He was a little bit slower. He said, wonder what's out there. I'll go up high and try to get around Buescher. Didn't work.
But he tried it.
But he tried.
It might have worked.
It might have worked, and he didn't lose a darn thing.
Kyle Busch right in the middle of 2 lap-down trucks. Johnny Sauter in front of him. And Chad McCumbee behind him.
You know, it's pretty odd for us to see Kyle Busch leading in one of these truck series races.
The successes that Kyle Busch has already felt in the 2009 season.
That's one way to do it, I guess.
Hasn't he won every weekend?
He's won something every weekend. I was just going to say
since Daytona.
Yeah.
But he has to win today, or his streak's messed up.
Absolutely. This is his last opportunity. Our seldom used Monday race.
Yeah, he's usually won by now.
Here comes Kevin Harvick looking to the inside of Brian Scott.
The Whelen Toyota of Tabodyne right in front of him. That's our Whelen onboard.
You see how you have to race here, Phil? I mean, he barely ran into Brian Scott, but we're talking trucks running 100 miles an hour, barely running into each other, and that's okay. I love that.
There's Stacy Compton, the 60 truck, Weiler.com on the inside of J.R. Fitzpatrick. Remember, J.R. had to make an unscheduled pit stop for that left rear tire flat.
You wonder what that does to you? 3 laps.
Stacy didn't quite have him cleared there. He lacked about 3 feet, but made it work.
The caution didn't come out when JR got turned around, and so he's still trying to stay up with this group.
But this pit road is extremely long, Rick. So when he had the problem with a flat tire, just coming down pit road and changing 2 tires cost him 3 laps.
Johnny Benson able to get by the 7 of J.R. Fitzpatrick before he got to the lap truck of the 89.
It's a good battle there, 4 trucks. Stacy Compton leads that group.
Problems in turn number 2. The 85 gets turned around one more time. That's Brent Raymer. And this time the caution will come out again. Brent Raymer brought our 4th caution of the day out. Now this is the 6th time that we have been slowed.
Just a little bit of damage to that left rear corner. Very incidental.
I believe Ricky Carmichael might get our Aaron's lucky dog.
Ricky Carmichael does get the free pass.
Like Brent might have got a little bit of help from Johnny Sauter in that 13 truck.
He's had trouble getting off turn 2 this year, hasn't he?
Johnny might not be one of the more popular drivers at the end of this race.
He had a lot of trouble at Daytona getting off turn 2.
That was ugly.
So our 6th caution of the afternoon has come out, and surprise, Kyle Busch is in front.